Hi everybody, welcome to Talk O'Clock. Good morning. You've seen my morning has been very slow, very quiet, very lovely. Did some reading, did some cooking, like breakfast or lunch, brunch, whatever you want to call it. Because it's actually noon now that I'm done with that. I just took it really slow. The night wasn't that great because of full moon and I slept a little longer this morning because of that. But I had a great week and I've spent a lot of time in the kitchen. I have to say, I did other things too, but spent long time in the kitchen this week because, for one, in case you don't know me like for a longer time and haven't watched a lot of vlogs and such, I'm pretty much on the paleo keto diet, so I'm having a combination of both. If you want to learn about that, there's lots of lovely resources on the web to find out why maybe paleo keto is quite helpful when you have inflammation or chronic illnesses and such, or maybe just for good health in general. But one thing I didn't like about the diet was the lack of a good bread. So I'm from Germany and we are known for good, lovely bread. And I grew up with it and I love the taste and the texture and everything, but well, it's not in my diet. So I've been testing and looking for a good recipe for years now. Most of the breads are more cake-like, which I don't like at all. I don't want to have a sweet bread. I want to have a savory and hearty kind of a bread. So to eat with, say, I don't know, maybe a homemade liver pate or something. So yeah, wasn't an option for me. And I didn't like any of the recipes I found. But success! I found a wonderful recipe this week, tested it, and it is awesome. I found my paleo bread. I can have bread again, and I had it yesterday for dinner with a little bit of very thin air-dried salami, and it's just, it's lovely, guys. So it's very easy to make. You just take, what's it called? Let me look up one word that I'm currently missing because word trouble. But let me tell you all the other ingredients. So you've got oats and whoa, that's a funny day today. I can't talk. I can't find the words. Not in German, not in English. Great. So you have oats in there and eggs. I remember that word. And flaxseed. That was one word that I was missing. And the other one is curd. Curd cheese. Okay. Yeah. I take it, like the curd cheese, I do take without lactose because, well, lactose intolerant. Also, lactose not great for your diet when you are, well, having chronic illnesses and dealing with inflammation, want to have a healthy gut and all of that. And then there is sunflower seeds and, like I said, eggs, a tiny little bit of salt and cumin, and what else was in there? What did I put in? Missing words today. I don't like it at all. Hazelnuts. So I did take like shaved hazelnuts, put it all together, put it into the oven for 40 minutes, and it's the texture is just like a very nutty and hearty German bread, which I was looking for when it comes to texture for bread. Like I said, I didn't want to have... Oh, and there's also coconut flour in there.
rise with me, start imagining a world full of love. We can change the stars with our hands and hearts, make them shine on us. But no, no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Come from near and far with their hands and hearts, 'cause it's time to stand up. Oh, the world is changing, and all I'm saying is we gotta believe. I'm a drop of water, but you know together we're the ocean deep. The time is always right to open up your eyes and be the flickering flame. We can light the corners, shine through all the borders. Deep down we are the same. But no, no, don't worry, darling, they won't stop staring, but soon they'll be caring. Oh, the world is changing, and all I'm saying is we gotta believe. I'm a drop of water, but you know together we're the ocean deep.
One thing that I like about German bread, and that is texture of bread. We usually have a little bit of yeast in there, which makes it kind of fluffy and everything. And then you can just put lots and lots of different kinds of nuts and seeds and sprouts and whatever through the dough, bake it, and it's lovely. And all of the other breads that I had tested before were more like they did have like a cake texture. A lot of the breads that I tried did use flaxseed flour or almond flour, and the almond is kind of sweet to taste, so that reminded me of cake, and it's quite irritating if you want to have something savory on it. So I was very happy that I found that recipe, and yeah, I can have bread again. Yeah. Happy customer here. What I also did this week, pretty much right after I had the bread done and it was cooling on the rack, I went, no, it was actually a different kind of day. It was the next day. I did go to my garden because I could harvest pumpkins, Hokkaido pumpkins. I harvested 2 of them and made them into a lovely dish for Sebastian, Jörn, and I. And it's one of my favorite recipes for autumn. Like a pumpkin filled with a mixture of carrots, onions, and minced meat, a little bit of a tomato paste, some chili, some thyme, a little bit of lactose-free cheese, and we're good to go. And those pumpkins from my own garden, they tasted so good. And even better, the texture was very lovely. So what I like about Hokkaido pumpkins is that creamy, almost potato-like texture, like on the inside when you bake it. Oh, and those pumpkins, let me tell you, they are awesome. I was kind of not irritated, but maybe a little unsure when I cut them open and they didn't have orange flesh, but yellow flesh with a hint of green. I was like, maybe they're not ripe yet, but boy, were they ripe. And I had thought, well, maybe the texture or the taste isn't as great as, well, from store-bought pumpkins. But let me tell you, no, it was way better, both texture and taste. And we enjoyed that meal a lot. So that was all of the kitchen stuff I did this week. But I also did other things. I did cut and edit a video. I had mentioned that I was commissioned to film a soccer game for learning purposes. I did cut that, got it to the customer, and everybody's happy. So I spent a lot of hours in the studio, or better said, on the computer, doing that work. And I also did some coloring this week, very little only, but I'm progressing on my winter lady. I'm guessing I will have her done within like the next 2 weeks. So I will be finished with that before winter. So yay, there's something. And another thing I did occupy myself with was doing ancestry work. So I've been working on the family tree for Sebastian's family. They gave me some information. I just built up the tree in my program with the kind of data that I got, and then I started looking around a little bit. I didn't find anything or anyone yet, but there's a lot of information missing that might help me then finding documents for people in that part of the family tree. And I will, well, at one point it will be part of my family tree. So yeah, got back to the ancestry and well, just perused the internet for old documents to, well, find information on. I also searched for my own family a tiny little bit, didn't get any new documents yet, but there's still some documents or some people that are maybe part of my family, so I need to, well, spend some more time, do some more research and see if they are part of my family. And that pretty much was my week. I did have a doctor's appointment to, everything's awesome. Blood work is spot on, like awesome. I'm doing really well health-wise, so I'm very happy about that. And I spent some time with Sebastian this week as well, of course, just hanging out, talking, watching a little more Battlestar Galactica. We're getting to the end of that and then can move on to Doctor Who. And the first season of Doctor Who just got delivered, so we can move on to that fandom or part of nerddom after we finish Battlestar. There weren't very many things I did otherwise. It was just a slow week for me, which I needed. Still lots and lots of work, but also quite a bit of quiet time and free time for me to listen to podcasts or watch a show. By the way, I watched Away on Netflix, finished that last night, and I really liked the show. So if you are in need of some entertainment, I can only recommend Away on Netflix. Just saying. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say anything in regards to what the show is about. You can look that up on your own and see if you might be interested. But it's been very lovely, especially with the kinds of stories they told. It kind of, I didn't want to say it sparked ideas, but it got me some inspiration for the creative story writing that I'm doing. So in regards of how to write characters. So I'm gonna discuss that with my co-author maybe tomorrow. We'll see if we have a quiet minute, because tomorrow it's actually time for us to meet up for another DSA evening. And well, as you know, one of my co-authors is Sebastian's dad. So I will maybe have a minute to check with him or tell him, or yeah, bounce off ideas. Otherwise, we're gonna do that probably next week. So that's been very lovely. And I'm looking forward to the weekend. Which starts in a couple of hours, because Sebastian and I are going out tonight. We are going to a board game pub slash sports bar slash restaurant kind of a thing. So you can play board games there. You can have a beer there. You can also have some food. So what is it? I've never been to that place before, so I will tell you next week how it was. But I'm looking forward to just meeting up with a couple of friends and having a lovely board game evening together, and well, just hanging out and playing. That's gonna be awesome. But yeah, another thing that I'm also looking forward on the weekend, maybe I can do that before I leave the house today. If not, I will probably do that on Sunday. I've been invited to be part of a study that revolves around MS, so multiple sclerosis, and having kids. So it's more like the mental part of that whole topic. And the first part of the study is an online part, like a questionnaire, which, like I said, I will work on or do maybe later this afternoon or maybe on Sunday, depending, because it takes up to an hour easily to do the questionnaire. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen there and what they find out in that study and be part of it, because it's a very important topic. It's a very important part of planning, or planning your life maybe, and looking for what you want to do, which dreams you want to fulfill and such. So that's interesting. I'm gonna tell you maybe next week what I think about that study as well. We'll see. It's just all in the future, guys. So that's been my week. I'm doing good. I'm in a really great mood. I have lovely sunny weather today. It's autumn. It's cool. I'm happy. So, yay. Awesome. What can I say? I hope your week has been just as good as mine. I hope you maybe do also enjoy the autumn season, where you can cook very lovely dishes and spend lovely time, relaxing time in the kitchen maybe, or do any other lovely things that are going on. Well, it's October now. By the way, I'm not gonna participate in the Inktober challenge this year, because I have other things to do, just in case you're wondering. But it's Inktober, so if you want to doodle something every day with ink, you might want to check that out on the web as well. Instagram is a lovely source to find information about that, and maybe give the challenge your own twist and participate. Just saying, it's a lovely thing for relaxation and just improving your kind of artwork. Just saying. I'm saying that a lot. Just saying. I'm gonna go now. I'm hoping you have a good one. Take good care, my dears, and I will see you next week. Bye.